Hey, I am Belle Carter and I wanted to make this video with you to deal with this current climate that we are in. There is so much, well, if you're watching it now in, where are we now? March 2020, we're in March. So there is like a worldwide pandemic and everywhere you look, you're just saturated with it. Like today, I got on Spotify, not today, last week, I got on Spotify and there it was talking about this pandemic. And then everywhere I go, there's talking about people trying to tell us how to wash our hands. And on YouTube, they're talking about how to deal with it. And it's just everywhere. It's everywhere. And it just can be a lot. It can be a lot. So I wanted to create this video for you guys, what to do how to deal with the negative vibes, whether it be the people around you or just all the crap in your face. Like there is a negative vibe in the world, like the world is in fear. So there is definitely a negative energy. And whether you are worried about getting sick or if you are aware of what is really going on and that's freaking you the hell out, then this video is for you. I want to share my top 10 things on how to deal with that negative energy. Before I dive into number one, I want to give you the opportunity to grab my free training on how to get into state. And you can just click on the link below and go ahead and get that. Okay, so number one is keep hydrated. Keep hydrated. I know this sounds ridiculous to some of you, potentially, but water is unbelievably good for you. We are made, like a very big percentage of us is made up of water. So we really need to keep ourselves hydrated. When you're dehydrated, you're going to be more grumpy and susceptible to negative vibes. Well, for an added, like a little something extra, and also if you don't like the taste of water, add a bit of lemon, fresh lemon, and some pink Himalayan salt. Don't just use table salt. You people don't use table salt. And also, don't use tap water either if you can avoid it. Have filtered water. It's really important that you are properly hydrated. If you're unsure about why you shouldn't drink tap water, just Google why you shouldn't drink tap water and you will see. Okay, so that's number one, is to keep hydrated. Two is move your body. Now I'm going to add for you here a move that I do that really helps release stress. Welcome to my jungle backyard. I am going to show you one of my favorite moves, breathing technique that makes me feel so much better, rid so much anxiety and stress from my body. Okay? So firstly, stand with your feet just underneath your hips. Reach all the way up to the sky. Reach. Breathe in. Fill your belly with air. And then as you come down, push that all out. Make the sound. The sound is really important. And then repeat. Number three, listen to uplifting music or good talks or watch comedy. Pretty much every day during this whole situation, my 5-year-old niece and I have been watching like an episode of Gavin and Stacey. And I don't know if you're familiar with it or not. You should be, because it's freaking hilarious. But that is helping us laugh. And when we laugh, laughter is a healer. So listen to something that makes you feel good. Watch something funny. It all adds up and it all has an effect on our overall well-being. Number four is limit your news intake. Limit your negative intake. So I know people want to stay informed and they want to know what's going on, and that can all sound very doom and gloom. But what I want you to do is, while it's important to stay informed and know what's going on, it's important to limit how much of that you take in. Because if you just sit there and read all the negativity, how we're all going to die, how this is the end, and how this is, all the things, you're just poisoning yourself. You're bringing poison into your body. And when you're negative and you're in fear, let me just tell you that your immune system drops. That is like one of the worst ways to lower your immune system. Lower your energy, lower your frequency. If you want to do that, get into the negative crap, okay? So yes, you may want to stay informed. You can do that. I'm not saying to hide yourself away and bury your head in the sand. What I'm saying is just limit how much of that you are taking in. Number 5. Now this word, and there's this new term that's been generated, which is social distancing, and that is all about keeping people like over here, you know. And I've started to actually do that on social media and do it for a permanent. If a scary time in our world does anything, it reveals people's true character. I have a lot of people, actually I don't have that much people, but a few people who have been quite negative and blasting people and just spraying fear everywhere, and it may come from their own fear, and they're policing people, and I'm like, you're not a police officer, like calm down, or just whatever. Look, they may have whatever reason behind why they're spreading the fear. Maybe they are afraid, and I'm so sorry they're afraid, but also we do not need to take that on board. It's not our problem. Yes, we may want to help people, but some people can't be helped by us, and it's not your responsibility to help everyone and to save everyone. And sometimes the best thing you can do is just press unfollow. If you see them post something that just makes you mad, you're probably better off just unfollowing them. You can even do this thing which is like mute someone for 30 days, and so after all this is over, then maybe they'll come back again, or after 30 days you'll have generated some better inner peace and inner strength, and you won't be bothered by them. Or you could just delete, block, see you later, that's enough. So there's a few options there, but it's important that you keep, like, it's the same as with the news. If there's all the negative vibes, that's really going to get you down and affect you. And I know you might be watching this after all of this is blown over, but negative people and negative situations can bring out the worst in people, the absolute worst, and we just don't have time for that. We need to take care of ourselves during these times and take care of each other, and it's really hard to take care of people who are pissing you off. So sometimes it's just better to just hit that unfollow button. They don't know you've unfollowed them necessarily. If it's on Facebook or on Instagram, they may know, but yeah. Number 6 is get a cat. Hero, can you look at the camera? But you may not have that option, or you may not be a cat person. So look, there have been people panic buying like crazy, and the shit they're buying is, well, a lot of people are buying shit like literally toilet paper, like stocking up on it. So what I did when I went to the shops, I feel like I'm the worst panic buyer, but what I was thinking of was like, how do I want to feel during this time? How do I want to feel? So I went and I bought Epsom salts for bars. Myself a new candle. It is coconut and lime. It's like my favorite flavor. Good dark chocolate and some tea. And so I know, like, these are all things that I love. These are all things I love. I'm buying things that I love, and they will help relax me and keep me calm during this whole situation. So that's one thing to consider, is when you are doing your panic buy something that you enjoy and will make you feel good if you're stuck at home for days on end. Or if you're watching this after the pandemic and it's subsided, oh my goodness, I can't wait to be in your shoes right now. But the good thing to do is just have things around you that can take you to a good place. So if you enjoy having hot baths and they relax you and make you feel better and grounded, then by all means please do so. Number 7 is accomplish something. Now when you have this feeling of achievement, it's like you're invincible. When you go through something, you come out the other side. When you finish something, you feel empowered. So do that, whether it be just doing the washing up, finishing the washing up, finishing a book, doing a course, doing a session on Duolingo, working out, finishing a workout. These all give us a sense of achievement And that really helps fight any kind of negativity, because you still feel like you're progressing, you're moving forward, you're becoming more of the person that you want to be. So accomplish something. 8, eat well. Eat well. It's so important to eat well. Make sure you're getting plenty of fruit and vegetables into your diet. Make sure every meal has some sort of fruit or vegetable, fresh thing in it. It's very important. So make sure you're doing that. It'll make all the difference. Like, I think of, like, if we're going into lockdown any day now, and I think of how do I want to feel? And that's going to have a lot to do with the foods that I eat. Now, people are panic buying things that are like noodles and pasta and stuff like that, and chips and chocolate and stuff and lollies, because it's kind of like comfort food. But the thing is, when I eat those things, I feel like crap. So I get bloated, I feel sick, I get headaches. You may not even directly notice that, because you may eat it so much that you don't necessarily notice the symptoms, but no one feels like, yeah, I'm so energetic after eating like a bowl of pasta, or even though I love pasta, or like a packet of chips. Like, you don't. You feel bloated. You don't feel great. So I'm just saying that you really need to take care with the food you're putting in your body. It has a lot to do with your mental health. 9 is so important. Number 9 is so important, and that is sunlight. You need to get some sunlight on you. Get some sunlight. And if you're in lockdown, you might be like, I can't get some sun. I just pray to God that that's not true, and that you have windows in your house. I pray. Sunlight is like one of the very best things. Most people are vitamin D deficient. They don't get enough sun. Sun is such a healer. It makes me feel so much better. Get sun on your skin. And number 10 is an important reminder. It is perfectly okay to feel afraid, to feel negative. I've been there. I've sat there. I've felt the negativity seep into my bones. I felt hopeless. I felt like, what's the point? Like, this is so scary. We're all gonna die, and all of those things. And that's a normal way of feeling. That's also a disempowering way of feeling. You won't be any use to you or use to anyone around you feeling that way. But you know what? It's okay to feel that way. But I want to give you a tip. Instead of allowing yourself just to run, like allowing your thoughts to run completely undisciplined in your mind, set aside a time where you allow yourself to feel afraid. Put the timer on for 10 minutes or however long you need, and allow yourself to lay down and feel scared and cry and feel horrible. But then stop and go back to step 1. So that has been my top 10 tips to deal with negativity and bad vibes during the pandemic, and these tips will last you on the other side of that, especially if you are maybe going into lockdown with some people who are pretty freaking negative. That's gonna be a shit vibe, and I am so sorry for you, but this is a way that you can protect yourself from that. Make the most of this time, because it's really quite a precious time that we may never have ever again. So all the best to you guys. I really hope that these tips serve you well, and don't forget to get the free training on how to get interstate.